Good afternoon, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and other assorted campers out there in Origami land. Well, I'm out of the hospital and I'm fairly recuperated. It's time for me to make another video. So, this is something I learned while I was in the hospital getting repaired. Found out how to make an origami paper crab. This is a pretty neat little booger right here. So, I think today that's what we should learn how to make. Alrighty, so let's move Mr. Krabs out of the way here. We'll just put him to the side. The things that you're going to need today, you're going to need a regular sheet of printer paper. I already did the fold over and cut, so you end up with a square of paper, okay? And then the other things that you're going to also need, you're probably going to need a pen. Probably going to need a scissor, and you're going to need some kind of glue stick. Not necessarily, but it's good to have these things around. So let's put those off to the side here. First things we're going to do, we're going to fold this in half the long way like this. Let's see if I can expand this out just a little bit here. Okay, make it a little bit easier to see everything. Okay. Pull that along like that. Then let's take the two corners up here, bring those together, line those up together, and down here make sure you make yourself a nice point right down here, okay? And make this crease right along this edge right here, okay? Let's see here, what are we doing? Okay, once we got it like that, now you got this triangle shaped thing, like this. Let's see here. Let's point the point up to the top here. And from here and here, I want you to take this and fold it over again. This is like when you're making like a house fold. Okay. Once you got it lined up, make a good point up here. Fold along this edge right here to make the new crease. Like that. Okay. Then let's flip the whole thing over and do the same thing on the other side. Take this corner here and bring it over to this corner here. Okay, make sure you make a sharp point up at the top. Alright. Because sloppy doesn't look good. I do apologize. Mine might look a little bit sloppy because, well, my arm doesn't work so good anymore. But doing origami is part of fixing that. Make this crease right here. Alright. Now, let's take this whole thing and open it back up. Okay. Now you see how this is right here? It's going to, let me take some of the light off this so you can see a little more contrast. It's going to have creases that go across it and then long ways and long ways. What we want to do is take this, bring down one petal, bring down the other petal, like that, okay? And then you're going to open this up. You might have to stick your finger in there and make it do it. Okay, and bring it down. And that way you build this base. All right, and see that's how this base looks right here. Okay. Now we can zoom in a little bit again here. Papers get a little smaller. All right, let's put some light back on this here. Okay. Now the side that's got all the little leavies that are down here, okay, I want you to take this corner on this first flap, fold it up, and make a point down there and bring it right to that center line that's going to be on your paper. Okay, just like that. Okay, do the same exact thing with the other side here. I'm just going to rotate it around. Makes it a little easier for me. Make sure everything lines up real good. Make some sharp points up there. Okay, and boom, we did that. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Let's turn the whole thing over and do the same thing again with the other two flaps on the other sides. So grab this corner and bring it into that center line. Okay. goes that. Fold it down till it makes a nice point down there. And crease. Crease the paper. Just like that, okay? Grab the other corner, bring it to the center line here. Same way. Make sure you make a good point down there. And make the crease. All right. So now on both sides you have this set of creases right here. I want you to take this top corner. You see where these makes a line across the top of this right here? I want you to bring this down across there and just fold the top down. Just like that. And put yourself a good crease in there. Okay. See how we did that? It just folds over like that. Alrighty. And then open that back up. Now, take the first set of these petals right here that you folded in and open that back up. Okay. And the very top layer right here, you're going to lift this up, and where you made these creases and these lines right here, you're going to invert that. Okay, and it's going to go right inside just like this. Like that. See? And then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Just push it in. Just like this. Okay. Let it set down the way it wants to set. And straighten your folds up a little bit. Alright. If you got this far, you're doing pretty good. Let's pause for a second so you can catch up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, pull this petal and put it back down. Like that. Take the whole thing. Flip it back over. We're going to do exactly what we just did on the other side. So open these two petals up. Lift up to the very top layer. Up to that big crease line that we had made. And put the two sides in. Okay? Just like this. Sometimes you got to monkey with it a little bit, but it wants to go together. And I forget what this base is called, but people do this one a lot to make different things. Like you can make a lobster. I saw one guy did. I kind of like crabs. I don't know. Lobsters are pretty cool. They're like the knights of the sea with their armor. Okay, once we've got it like this right here, take that petal and put it back down. All right. Now, what we want to do, remember we made this big triangle flap thing that's up here like that? Okay, let's break that paper back and forth a little bit. Like that. Okay. I'll give you a 5 count so everybody can catch up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I want you to take this corner point and right where this fold line is right here, I want you to fold that over and bring that point to that. Okay? And make a crease across the top there. Alrighty. Cool beans. Alright. Then from there, I want you to take this point and I want you to fold it halfway over to the top of that again. Just like this. Okay? And this is going to be the mandibles of the crab right here where he eats at. Okay? Alright. So, everybody got that there? Next step, lift this first big petal up that we made. And I want you to take the scissor that you had. And when it's lifted up like this, I'm going to do this kind of sideways here so you can see what we're doing. But there's a line that runs right down the center of it right there. Okay? Take the scissor and I want you to cut that line all the way up till you get to the baseline of that big triangle that we first cut. Just like that. So it makes it into 2 separate little dealy bobs right there. Okay? Now, we're going to take this, put these two up like this, fold this over like this. Well, hold on, we're not going to do that right now. Hold on. We're going to do this right here, first thing first. Okay, we're right here. Take this, okay, and you're going to line it up so it matches that edge of that little triangle that's right up there, just like that. And you're going to crimp it like right across there. Then you take the other one. Oops, we got a little strand of extra stuff. Okay, we'll get rid of that. And we're going to fold it up exactly the same way with that one. All right. Okay, so this is what it should look like right here, right now. Okay, we'll give everybody a 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what you should have left down here at the bottom is 2 of these right here, and then another big wide one down there. So what I want you to do is take one of these right here, and when you're looking at the side, you're going to see that it can open up just like that. Kind of open it up just like this, and I want you to take your scissor and split it just like you did the other one. Okay, so let's just do that real quick. You'd think I was dissecting a crab. Okay, so it turns it into 2 also, like that. Okay, so let's go over here and do the other one on the other side. Same way, just kind of lift it up, kind of like almost like you want to bunny ear the thing. And take your scissor, and let's just cut right down through there. Oops, don't fold up on me. Paper always wants to get the best of you somehow. But that's why we are origami masters. We will master the origami. Okay, and cut that all the way down to that triangle baseline again. Okay, so that way you have 4, like that. Okay, we're going to use those to make the legs. Okay, so let's give everybody a 5 count to catch up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All righty. Okay, so what I want you to do, take the first little thing right here, and from this point where everything merges together at a slightly off angle, I want you to make it go 90 degrees straight out, just like this. Okay, and the way that I measure it to make sure that everything stays the same is I fold it in half like this. That way I can take the petal on the other side and I can measure it against the one I just folded and make sure that they're exactly the same, because most animals in the natural kingdom are what's called symmetrical, except for fish kind of like flounders or whatever they call those wall-eyed fish that have 2 eyeballs on one side and they're flat. Okay, so I'm going to open this back up again. Okay, that's 2 legs right there. Then we're going to take the 2 other ones that we just created. We're going to go from that same spot right here in the center, and we're going to make sure that they come down to a 45-degree angle like this. Okay, there's that one, and I'm going to fold it in half just to make sure again. Follow from that point, lay this over, match it. Okay, oops, make sure we make a good fold here, and crease. All right, then we're going to open it back up again. All right, so this now is starting to kind of look like some kind of, I don't know what it looks like. Anywho, down here about yay far, okay, I'm going to make a little mark right here so you can see. All right, about this distance right here, I want you to take this point and bring it up just so it fits right into the triangle shape that's right here. Okay, between those legs it's going to make a triangle shape, and it's going to leave a little bit of overlap on both sides right here. See if I can show you that real quick. Well, I guess it doesn't want to go all the way down. There we go. But I'll just hold it up closer. You see how it leaves a space right here? Okay, and that's something we're going to need later on. So now that we're at this point right here, what I do is we're going to go from here Okay, the distance between where that gap is, where that comes right there. There's a midpoint right there. Okay, on each of these legs. Just like that. I'm going to put a little mark right here. Shows you where those are. And from there, you're going. Holy smokes. Now that's some thunder and lightning. Wow. Huh. Well, I got that on film. Okay, I want you to make a line that's going to cut across just like this. Right here, you're going to fold this over on the first one. Okay, like that. Then you're going to take the next one, do the same thing, fold it over like that. You can come down here on the other one, fold it over, same way. Do this one, fold it over, same way. Make sure everything's symmetrical. Okay. Now we're getting pretty darn close. So let me give you a 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's take Mr. Glue Stick here. And we'll put some glue right here. And we'll hold that piece in position. Okay. And then under each of these legs, I like to put a little bit of glue under each of those. One spot there. Bit more glue, put the next leg down, and then put a little more glue, put the next leg down. And you don't have to glue this if you don't want to. I just do it because it makes it a little easier. I'm going to put a little piece under the mandible piece. A mandible is what arthropods use to chew their food, kind of like we have a jawbone. That would be a human mandible. But these have mandibles that go side to side, like that. Okay, now each of these pieces that we had folded down, I like to run a little bead of glue under there, little bead of glue under there. Okay, and just kind of lock everything down where it's supposed to go to. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side over here. I'll lift all 3 of the legs up, put some gluey here. That one goes there. Let's put some gluey here. That one goes there. Put some gluey here. That one goes there. What if God got tired of making all the legs on these things? Let's see. We'll lift this up, put a little bit of gluey there to secure it. We'll do the other leg too. Wow, it's just pouring cats and dogs out there. Thunder and lightning. Wow. Okay, we're going to put these all down. Now everything is in its position. Okay, and everything's glued down. So take your whole crab and flip it over like this. Okay, take your little scissor right here, and where this mandible piece is, make a little V-shaped snip so it looks like it's 2 pieces now. Oh, let's get that little thingy out of there. Okay, there you go. So it makes little munchers like that. Munchers. Okay, the best part of the crab though has got to be when you make the crab claws. So let's see if I can do this right here. Measure out about the length of like 1 digit of your finger to this point right here. Make it about the same length on both sides. I'm going to put a mark right here. And I want you to separate this open right down to that point right there. And you're going to just kind of push it over right here and just make a fold right here. And ta-da! Flatten it down like that. Okay. Some people will just stop right there. I'll show you how we're going to decorate this a little bit more, but I'm going to do the same thing again. Okay. You know, it's just going to have a line right across the thing, like right across here. Okay. So you're going to take it, Open the little pocket up and just kind of fold on that line and just bring it across here. And it makes a crab claw. Okay. Now, if you want to get really special with it, wow, listen to that thunder. Okay, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on this right here. Okay, this is how we make a crab claw. Now you'll notice underneath here, this right here comes and intersects with this line here. You don't want to cut past that, but what you want to do is take your scissor and you want to cut right till you get to where that line would intersect underneath there. Okay, and then we're going to make a dog leg fold, okay, which is basically you just crimp this in half this way, like that, and then do it again right here like this, okay, and you just line it up where you want it to be at. Okay, I'll show you how that works again right there. Make a dog fold one way, and then from that point right there at an angle you fold another one just where you want it to, right there like that. Okay, let's do that with the other claw over here. Find out where that line would go to and cut right to where that would intersect right there at that point. Okay, then we're going to do a dog leg fold down, and then we're going to fold another one at an angle to that one and make that claw. See? Ta-da! And if you really want to get fancy with it, let's see here, let me zoom back out. Okay. Now pretty much this is your finished crab right here. If you just want to use it as a simple decoration, you can do it like that. But the rest of this video is going to be making this look more realistic and lifelike. So I'm going to do a couple things real quick and show you. Like on these claws right here that we just made, I'm going to put a little bit of gluey on there. Gluey under the thing. And it puts them together and secures those. Okay, I'm going to do the other claw real quick. Gluey. And that secures those. Alright, just like that. Dum-dum-dum-dum. Okay, you can see there's a side to this shell that's here. I want you to make a fold and bring the little point across here like this. And crease that really good. Then take it and tuck it underneath on that fold line that you just made. Okay, that goes there, just like that. Come over here, let's do the same thing with the other side. Fold a little piece over. Give it a good creasing right there. And then fold it under, tuck it right under there too. Okay? And we're making the shape of the shell. Okay, flip the whole thing over. Now remember those little spaces that we had that were under there? The reason for those is because we're going to do the same thing on those. We're going to flip the edge over and make a crease. Flip the other edge over, same distance, same size, make a crease, just like that, and fold those in. Okay, so when you flip it back over, now you can see the outline shape of the shell. Ta-da! And it looks just like a crab shell. It's got all those kind of rounded shapes to it, right? Alright, let's make the legs look more realistic. Take both legs and right where this line is on the edge of the shell there, I want you to fold these over. Fold this one over too. Oops, come on, Mr. Crab Leg. Just like that. Okay. Now, where this line is here, where it's folded at, fold that back. Just like that. Do the same thing with the other leg right here. Just like that. So now, those look like they're standing up. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side over here. I'm going to take the crab legs, fold one up, fold that digit across. Okay, let's grab the other leg here, fold the leg up. Okay, and then we're going to fold that digit across, just like that. Okay, now we're almost done, guys. You're going to see on this crab right here that there's some natural fold lines that are right here. Okay, from this point, right here where the claw connects, down to that spot right there, I want you to crimp this. Okay, and this is how this works. Put your thumbs on both sides and pinch-your-eyes it, and crimp it like this, and make a fold. Okay, just like that. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. From that spot right down to that point, crimp it, fold it. Okay, now from that point right there down to the edge of the shell over here, we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to crimp it and make a fold, and on the other side of it, do the same exact thing again. Crimp it and fold it. All right, now the reason why we're doing this is because we're going to make that shell curved looking. All right, so what we do to do that is where this line is here, put your fingers on both sides, kind of like this, and you kind of bevel it in just like that. Okay, just bevel them in like that. You do some folding on them like that, and boom, now you're done. You got you some crab right there. You know, arrange your legs how you want them to be arranged. Arrange your claws. But you got it right there. And then you take your little pen right here and you make a little beady eyeball. 1. And make another one. Beady eyeball. 2. And you got Mr. Happy Crab. So, if you like that, you know, leave some comments if you think you got something that would improve this design. Something I had one other guy did is he would actually take the tips of these and fold them one more time like this and make them into the triple joints like on a real crab. But you know, the more little things you give to it to make it more three-dimensional, the more realistic it's going to look. You can fold the crab claws like that right there. You can fold them across these bases right here, and it's totally foldable and opposable any which way you want it to be. But yeah, you can make this crab pretty much do whatever you want it to do, guys. So that's how you make yourself an origami paper crab. Y'all take it easy, and we'll catch you for our next video. Like, subscribe, leave some comments. I love reading them and responding. Have a great day. Bye-bye.